This is extraordinary.
Radio Goo-Goo.
That's crazy.
Radio Gaga. All we hear is Radio Gaga.
This was pop history in the making.
Radio Gaga.
I didn't dare ask, were we making any money? That's the truth. I was afraid to ask. And eventually I had to. And they said, yeah, it's going great. And I said, geez, you know, like how much? And it was pathetic. I think 1.5 million. And it was truly pathetic. And I freaked out.
Bob was just fed up.
1.5 million was pathetic. So what was I wonder what the goal was then. Like how much were the goal was to raise? 1.5 million is pathetic. That's interesting.
With the fact that we were not putting enough appeals into the programme and didn't appear to be remembering the purpose of the programme.
Geldof headed for the BBC box up in the gantries, just as Queen were getting ready to go on stage.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Figaro. Magnifico! I'm just a...
The flamboyant rockers had been massive in the 70s, but many now thought they were past it.
For Live Aid, we were bored. I think we were quite. We'd had a fairly long career by then, and I think we were in a bit of a trough.
Queen had played at Sun City in South Africa during the apartheid era.
I think that anybody that has played there, I don't want to... Actually, I won't mention names. Rod Stewart and Queen and people like that have played there. They're jerks for doing it, and they were more than aware of what they were doing, and I think that they should be called out for it.
And for them, subsequently to appear at Live Aid as the benefactors of Africa, struck some people as being hypocritical.
It's interesting that they were the most nervous backstage. They were the most... They'd been arguing, they'd fallen out. They thought Queen didn't matter anymore.
Oh, hey. Wait a minute. So Queen performed in Africa, primarily associated with a controversial run of shows at Sun City in South Africa. Performances took place during the height of apartheid regime in South Africa, which led to significant criticism and backlash against the band for violating a United Nations cultural boycott. Interesting. Roger Taylor said Queen's drummer later admitted that performing at Sun City was a mistake despite the band's initial intention to play for fans, their donation to a school for deaf and blind. Okay, hey, it is what it is, man. So we make mistakes.
Anyway, it gives us enormous pleasure to introduce the next combo, who are Her Majesty, Queen!
I do remember. I think we were quite tense before we went on. Just hoping it was all going to work, you know, that the equipment wouldn't break down.
So would Freddie and the boys pull it off?
And what you're like, my only friend, through teenage life. Everything I had to know, I heard it on my radio.
Queen stole the show. Queen were Live Aid.
Queen was one of the seminal moments in the history of the 20th century. Forget Hitler, forget the invention of the internet or whatever. Queen's performance was absolutely A1.
Queen's Day, I think. Yeah. They just stole the show.
Best thing there. Fantastic. Gobshites.
On his way to berate the BBC, Geldof stopped in his tracks.
And I was walking along the top, and I looked out, and they started, and I saw the Radio Gaga. Just thought, this is extraordinary.
That's crazy.
Radio Gaga.
history in the making.
Every single person in that whole place was clapping along to Radio Gaga and singing along. I thought, fantastic. I wish we had a song like that.
That's only one song, by the way. Like, that's not even like We Are the Champions or We Will Rock You or Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, that's just one song, by the way. It's got to be a humbling experience to be every other band that performed there and to be outshined. Like, because, you know, even though it's for a good cause, what they were doing the concert for, the benefit concert, part of them was like, we still want to have the best performance of everybody here. And it got to be a humbling experience to be like, God dang. Like, Queen just on another level, man. Like, it's just on another level. Like, what can we do with that? Like, when Michael performed at Motown 25, what can you do? No matter what we do, like, nobody's able to outdo what Michael did at Motown 25, which I still gotta do a full reaction to the full concert, because I haven't seen one thing outside of maybe Marvin Gaye at that concert. Same thing for here. Like, again, I gotta see. Let me know what the other good performances was from here. But anyway, let's continue.
Freddie's command of the crowd even stretched across the Atlantic.
But looking out onto the audience, 90,000 Philadelphians, you know, on cue with a television screen, I just thought that was powerful, really powerful. And yeah, that brought us together. That was the one moment I thought, we don't have to be in London, we're here and we're part of it.
But Freddie Mercury was only just getting started.
I can't tell you what it feels like to be on a stage like that, in that situation where you have no control. And, you know, there is an infinite space underneath your feet. If you fall, you know, it would be appalling if you really screw up, you know. And Freddie just thinks, oh, what the hell, you know, hey-oh.
Like, to have the stage presence and the because there's no way you can do that in rehearsal. You can't do you can't do, because it's a call and response. So you can't do that in rehearsal. So that's really all just going off of how you're feeling in the moment. And like looking at the crowd like, you know what, let's get this off real quick. Like, it's like, you know what, I know we only got a certain amount of time, but you know what, let's get this off real quick. Like, it's just like Freddie got the cojones to do that. Like, bro, like, he commanded, like they said, he commanded that stage, dog. Like, hot damn. Like, just, man, like, he was a maestro, bro. Like, man, that's crazy.
They wanted the call and response. Freddie would call, they would respond. And they loved it. They wanted to do it. A fascinating kind of power.
Coming away from that concert thinking I must go and buy a Queen album immediately, like the rest of the world. And I think Queen got a huge resurgence of interest.
Just as Queen were finishing their set, Geldof stormed into the BBC box, still fuming about the failure to raise enough money.
So I was wound up by how great this was, having seen these guys, been magnificent, and suddenly I'm there and it's cozy, you know, celeb, DJ, pop-tastic stuff.
I've been joined, as you can see, by Pamela Stevenson, Billy Connolly, Ian Astbury from the Cult, and once again Bob Geldof.
It's all a bit telethonish. And that wasn't what this is, you know. I mean, the thing, calling it charity, did and drove me nuts. For me, this was finely tuned politics.
You know, you've got to get on the phone and take the money out of your pocket. Don't go to the pub tonight, please. Stay in and give us the money. There are people dying now, so give me the money. And here's the numbers. We
Let's
read
go
about.
through the way. I think we're probably going to get the
let's
address
just
first, aren't we?
What the fuck? We've got satellites, we've got space shuttles or not, we've got Concorde, we've got, you know, what's it, right, you know, it seemed to me of another time. This notion that you do telethons, you do charity concerts, you do Smashy and Nice, you do, you know, shut up.
No, let's fuck the address, let's get the numbers, because that's how we're going to get it.
And I'm thinking actually what every embarrassed TV presenter is thinking in those circumstances. I do hope my mother's not watching this. I think we're going to have the address first, and the address which you can.
He's in love. Interesting. Okay. So, I applaud. God, I'm so sorry. I don't remember this guy's name, but what's interesting that he was also behind, or very integral in the USA for Africa, We Are the World situation as well. Like, I applaud him to be so passionate about this. That's what we need, right? Like, we all, hey, this is the donation. Like, nah, nigga, like, we need money. Give me money. Give me monies. Like, I need my monies now. Like, stop all this. Oh, we're just watching the night. No, we need to donate to Africa, bruh. We need the money. Like, I appreciate that. Like, I understand people like be put off by that. I appreciate that. I get it. Also, to go back to the Queen situation with them performing at Africa at the apartheid and all that, I don't know what the situation was behind that. I don't know if it was money, politics, or hey, I just really want to do a show for Africa fans, which they deserve it. Like, it's not. I think a lot of times we look at the people as if they represent the government, and it's usually not the case. So it's not really fair to punish the fans and the people when it's usually the government that is the issue when it comes to countries and nations and all that stuff. So I can get that, I understand that, but when you do concerts like that, you're putting money into the country's pockets, which usually is government. You know, it's a trickle-down effect. But at least he had the balls to show up and be like, I know we did this thing and it was kind of messed up, but we still gonna show that we actually are for helping the helping as well. Like, we're not just so I gotta commend Queen for that. I'm not even mad at Daryl from Hall Notes for calling out, because I respect that as well. Like, don't be like pussyfoot around and be like, oh, certain people with no, I'm gonna call Rod Stewart Queen. Like, I respect that. Like, hey, like, you know, so I don't know, that's just where I come from. But yeah, just interested to know that while Queen is having this immaculate performance, the person behind the whole Live Aid is like pulling his hair out. Like, we need more money. Like, what's going on? So I'm pretty sure that if Queen didn't do what it's supposed to do, like, I'm pretty sure they got more money after that goddamn performance. Cause hot damn. But let me know, people that watched this live, what was the feeling? What was the vibe like? Let me know if you were there live. Let me know. But yeah, that was just a little bit behind the scenes of Queen's performance around Live Aid. Like, comment, subscribe, share the things of the things. Ain't gotta go home. Do gotta get to stepping. Peace.